Hi, welcome back. We're about to get into two completely different programs which would be along the lines of PowerPoint as well as Animoto. PowerPoint, it's a phenomenal resource for integrating different presentations within the class. Students can use it, they always love working with it. Animoto, on the other hand, slightly different. It's getting more along the lines of creating digital videos. Your students can take pictures and turn them into somewhat of a slide presentation, but it's very easy to do. You can definitely take from PowerPoint and put into Animoto. You'll get these really great videos that your students can create with a very short amount of time and very little editing. Also, phenomenal program. Thanks again.
Hi there and welcome back. You're taking a look now at PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a great program that allows the user to create almost in a sense a slideshow. You can include things like images, text, dialogue, backgrounds. You can integrate movies in here. Of course you would have to build them other places, but you can definitely put them in. You can integrate music that's been created. It's a great method for putting on a presentation. We're going to be using this presentational tool in a sense for a slightly different purpose, but with the first lesson in regards to that, I would first begin by showing my students about the background. So if you notice up here it says Home, Insert, Design. I would come over here, click on Design, and all you have to do is click on one of them and it'll add that to the background for you. Say I don't like that one, I can click on the plain white one. I can go with this one. Okay, but now say your students really don't like this background. I can come over here to where it says colors in somewhat of the top right hand corner. Click it, and now by going through some of these different ones, I can change the background color a little bit. I can even change the color of the text. And here's a slightly different one. I'll go with this one for now. Okay, so say your students have already created a background. How do you open up more slides or get your students to? The easiest way, I think, is to come over here to the left hand side of the page and simply hit the enter button. Once you do that, you'll get a new slide. Then hit it again, hit enter. Click it again, hit enter. Now I've got 4 slides. Okay, so what have we done so far with our students? We've taught them how to select a background. Maybe you don't like this one, you can simply come over here, click on a different one. Say you don't like that one, click on a different one. We've even taught them how to change the background colors. I'll go with this green one here for now. And we've taught them how to open up multiple slides by clicking on the left hand side and hitting enter. So this is what we're taking a look at now. Say you don't like how the boxes are arranged. You can do one of two things. You can click on the box and then hit delete and it'll get rid of it for you. Click on the box, hit delete. Or let me undo that so I can show you the other way. Come over here to Home, click on Layout, and completely change the layout. Say you want a blank one with nothing in it. And here you go. Now what I want to introduce you to is the idea of word art. Okay, so this is a tool or strategy that we use all the time through the creation of comics. Word art is something that makes these presentations stand out quite a bit more. Say I wanted to go with something like this. I would simply type it in. Now hey, I have this really cool word art. Say I don't like that word art, I can just come right over here, click this, and now I change the color. Click that and the color's changed. Say I really don't like either one of those, I can completely change it again. For now, I think I'll try something that's fairly easy for you to see. This is a test. Just like this. Notice I really don't like how this slide came out. So I'm simply going to come over here, hit delete, and I got rid of it. As quickly as I made the slide, I got rid of it. Again, I'm clicking on this home slide, the very first one. I don't like the layout, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to add some word art, go insert, find word art, click one of them. Now I have my word art integrated. So now students know how to design or create a background, create more slides, and also enter word art. Okay, so now how do you get an image? Say I'm coming right back over to the internet, I'm searching on Bing.com, I type in Revolutionary War again, I get these, I want to go to images, just like our work with Sumo Paint. I find the flag, I want that one, so I click it, click on full size image. Now here's what changes a little bit. Instead of copying the link, all I'm going to do is right click on the picture, left click for copy image, come back to PowerPoint. Now I'm going to click in here and left click on paste. Hey, now I have the actual flag, but it's a little too big for my taste, so all you have to do to resize pictures here, a little easier actually, is just click on the corners so you can drag it out or drag it in and make it smaller. Okay, so here's that same flag we were working with earlier. Now, the way Sumo Paint has layers, PowerPoint has layers also. So if I want to bring it to the front, I would let me backtrack a little. I right clicked on the picture, then I would click on send to back, and now hello is in front of it. Say I don't want the hello there, I would right click on the picture, click on bring to front, and now it's in front of the hello, and you can kind of see it halfways there as it's hidden. So now we've reviewed backgrounds, we've reviewed bringing in pictures, we've reviewed word art. How do you relate this to the comic experience? One thing I like to have my students do at times, this is just an alternative to what they already do, is I'll have them get into groups and I'll have them create a storyboard, basically maybe a 5-panel section of their comic. And now, instead of having the regular comic through paper and colored pencils and that regular stuff, I would have them create a digital copy of their comic. So to do so, I want to paste in that picture again of the flag. I want to resize it. After I resize it here, I might title, remember, insert word art. Go with this white one here. The Revolutionary War. I'll make this slightly larger so that it's easier to see. Highlight it, you can come over to home, change the font size, say I want it size of 72, move it up here, bring this down a little. You can basically position it as you see fit, no big deal there. After that, now I want to start telling the story. You can do one of two ways. You can actually go online, find a character that relates to the Revolutionary War. Just found a quick picture here. See full size image. I want to copy it and paste it in. Okay, but you know, it's not the greatest picture. What can you do about that? I'm gonna crop the picture. To do that, all I do is double click it, click on crop. It's on the right hand side after you double click it, and now I'm kind of shrinking the picture to a size that I would prefer. Click off of the picture. Now I can drag it to the center of the page here. Now I have this. Okay, so now you want to do some other cool stuff with the picture. Double click it again. Right up here, you'll see a bunch of different frames for your image. Say I like this one. Say I like this one. So it completely changes the border and the frame around your picture. For now, I'll go ahead and play it safe and I'll go with one of these regular ones. Now I want to go insert. You could insert word art. I don't like fighting, period. And now we have a character who is saying some type of dialogue. Say you wanted to make it more like a comic. How do you do that? Click on Insert. Insert, remember, is basically for us inserting any type of image or anything at all that we can think of. I want to click on Insert Shapes. So here I'm taking a look at shapes. I've got lines, rectangles, basic shapes, block arrows. I want to click on callouts. Now I'm going to come over here, design my callout, kind of overlap it, scooch this over, make it look like he's saying that, resize it a little bit just by clicking on the sides. Now I want this text, but I need to bring it to the front, so I'm going to right click it, bring to front, and now I can drag it and put it right in the box. And now I have a panel that looks just like something out of a comic. I don't like fighting. That's what the character's saying. I really love for this type of activity to use clip art, and with clip art you can basically find a whole bunch of it through going Insert, Clip Art, and after you click on it, it'll give you something on the side. I might say something like fighting if I'm talking about the war. It'll take a few seconds here. Basically here I have different examples of clip art for fighting. Then I would again edit them, change them, come back to Insert, go Shapes, go down to the callout. From the callout I would click on it, then I would go Insert again, Word Art, find the one I like, and get it to a situated size. Now, so we've done a few things here. Another thing you can definitely do, and this is just a class project I do at times, is to have your students create an autobiography, and in doing so, maybe bring in pictures or take pictures of themselves and tell somewhat of a story through that means. Another idea, and this is getting into the whole concept of informating with technology, basically applying it to real life, and how do we take this technology and have our students use it in a meaningful way. One thing I like to do, and this is the 5th lesson under the PowerPoint section, is to create a school employee appreciation PowerPoint. I'll have my students walk around and take a photograph of every employee at the school and interview them, and then we'll put it up as somewhat of a picture. Almost really similar to this. The picture will be on this side, some information about them on this side, and then we turn it into a slideshow, and I might have a few of them presented at one of our staff meetings. And basically we're taking this idea now of PowerPoint and giving our students a means of making it now very, very relevant to their daily lives as well as the people around them. And that's ultimately the goal. One more time, you've heard this a few times already, the whole idea here is to focus on the process, not the product. Your students are learning about this. You want them to be able to understand the process more so than the product. It takes a while for them to get really good with a type of program like this, but once they understand the process very well, they're able to create truly magnificent pieces of work. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this really short PowerPoint lesson. Thanks again. If you want any more tutorials, you can definitely Google them or YouTube them. I'm sure you would find plenty of things. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.
Welcome back. So we've just reviewed a little bit about PowerPoint and Animoto. If you're truly interested, you can definitely find more tutorials on a website like YouTube, and it'll walk you through a step-by-step process in regards to how to do certain things that you may want more information about. Also, another great resource for you would be the lesson plan, and it'll give you more steps as to how to integrate more of the comic experience itself. Thanks again. See you soon.